It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Knicks in New York. Checking out New York. They lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And the All-Star break rapidly approaching.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
A look at the Magic starting group. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Houdini is out there with Oladipo. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Houdini. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini, kicks it out to Gordon. Shoots the 3, and he gets the bucket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
New York with the ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, that's always a disadvantage when you get blasted on the glass. They needed to do a much better job of getting inside position. And if you can't do that, it's going to be a long day on the backboards.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw tonight. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Picked by Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Mills with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
The kick out to Oladipo. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Houdini, covered by Mills. Vucevic with the bucket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And it's Anthony slamming it down.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Jared Bayless is checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Houdini.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Kurt Rambis.
Yes, he's looking at how they can establish an edge in this one. He's looking for them to lock things down on the interior first and foremost. He said our shot blocking is something that can really help us if we just play smart and avoid fouls. We want them shooting over length, and that's one thing my guys do bring to the table. A sound strategy, Kevin.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
You know, we always do, but it really rings true with this group. When they get all 5 guys keyed in at the defensive end, I think they make things very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, and I think every single possession is going to be a battle in this one. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Anthony. 32 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
And the basket by Harris.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Knicks trail by 5. Bayless the pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to Carmelo. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Magic.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. John Henson comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's a Flalo in for Gerald Green. And a switcher also for Orlando. Kazanya, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Now Bayless. After Victor Oladipo missed from long range. And Bayless kicks to a Flalo. Porzingis passes to a Flalo. Shot clock at 5. Bayless. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. The past month has been surreal. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Look at Orlando, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Knicks. They're in the 4th position.
And I think for the Magic, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
Looks that way to me. I mean, this is a team that appears perfectly primed for a deep run into the postseason, as long as they don't suffer any unforeseen injuries or setbacks.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Houdini, defended by Young. To the left wing, the wide open look here for Vucevic. The shot no good, so New York will take it the other way. A Flalo outside. Here's Bayless. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Bayless has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Detroit Pistons.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Now here's Anthony. After the miss from Vucevic, Anthony drives in, played in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got 11 points.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Gaston Nene. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Houdini. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Detroit.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And the Magic making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and he's good on the second. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. The strategy included running their offense through Houdini. That may be a strategy that comes as a little bit of a surprise, but Coach is showing a lot of confidence in his ability to produce an outstanding effort today. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
All right, Doris.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Freak, and the shot is good. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
And that one's good.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Johnson from deep. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Bayless dishes to Anthony. Baseline try. The shot is off.
High quality shot. Just a little off there.
And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and I wanted to be here. And yeah, I want.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. John Henson's checked in for Lopez. Anthony comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Nick Young's checked in for Green, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Patty Mills. Orlando also making some changes. Kazanya, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Oladipo comes in for Payne, and Houdini subbed in for Payton. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Victor Oladipo is out there with Houdini, and it's Hezonja in at the three, the small forward.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. Freak is second.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
I agree. I mean, their vision, their unselfishness, the connection they have with their teammates. It really adds up to a real wealth of understanding of what to do out there, and it makes them a special group.
He's perfect from the line this time.
What a game we've seen here for Houdini. 10 points and 6 assists. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
And Clark, you can just see him oozing with confidence right now.
And Bayless kicks to Henson. Can't get it to go. Great D that time for Vucevic. Here's Houdini. 10 points for him. And even 3-on-3 break. It's stolen. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Knocked away. Taken away by Anthony. By himself. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Inside, here's Nene. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Young kicks to Bayless. New York moving the ball around. Henson sets a screen for Anthony. Goes up off the pick and slam dunk by Henson.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Doubled by Henson. It's Oladipo on the wing. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Johnson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Houdini. And again, it's Orlando with the 3. 1:44 left to play in the first half. Bayless the pass to Porzingis. Feeds to Young. He kicks it to Carmelo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The Knicks making a switch here. Mills is checked in. The pass to Houdini. 1:10 left here in the second. Young with the steal. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He finished with 30 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Oladipo, the pass to Houdini. There's the dish to Nene. Johnson, a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got 6.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Picked off in midair. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Young comes over to help. Johnson attacking out to the right wing. Here's Houdini out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. That puts them in the lead. Azanya's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Anthony. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Nothing new there to see Anthony knock down one of those beauties.
It's a tie game in New York. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo...
All right, fellas, still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep working hard to get those high percentage shots. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Anthony has been putting up the numbers. He's got 21 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
We've got Robin Lopez. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Mills. And it's Green in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Houdini. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. He's had 6 attempts at the line. Made 5 of them. That's good from Houdini.
Yo, fellas, let's tighten up, all right? Let's get a stop on this one.
And so he makes both from the line. New York trailing. Mills dishes to Green. Outside Anthony. To the left side wing. Mills can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. The kick out to Lopez. Anthony right side. Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Both shots good from the strike. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Houdini passes to Gordon. On the wing, Harris. And that one comes up a bit short.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Count the bucket. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Dishes it to Harris. To the middle. Here's Houdini.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Mills with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. With the floater. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. The Knicks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. That free throw, no good. Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for Porzingis. And the Magic making a change here as well. Payne's checked in.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Vucevic is screen on Aflalo. Here's Houdini. In the corner, it's Gordon. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this 3rd quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And Mills kicks to Anthony. Passes it to Lopez. And the shot is good. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Here's Houdini. He's got 17. Lopez over to help. Out to the right wing. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 4 on the clock. Here's Houdini. Shot by Gordon, wide open. They get it back. Harris. Good D by Lopez.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Lopez a screen. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Picked by Vucevic. Up off the screen. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that patience. Around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Which equal to transition
And then for New York, Porzingis comes in for Robin Lopez. Young is subbed in for Green. The Magic also changing it up. Hezonja, he's checked in for Gordon. Victor Oladipo comes in for Payne. And Houdini subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Houdini, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Defensively, you know, a little uneven in that first half, but they've been far more focused and consistent here in the second.
That's good. Young's got 7.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this. You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
There's the 3. And no good trying to get that one. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And so in the game for the Magic, Harris at the 4, Vucevic in the middle. Houdini is out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Hezonja in at the 3 spot. Shots good by Anthony.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Pick by Vucevic. Here's Houdini, covered by Mills. Houdini passes to Hezonja, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation for the Knicks. Lopez comes in for John Henson, and it's Gerald Green in for Aaron Aflalo. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Mills, out left to the wing. Porzingis passes to Mills. Shoots. Orlando grabs the miss. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time.
The good news is they've already got this game wrapped up. You might as well sit back and relax.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for New York.
Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backups. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
The Knicks leading by 21. Pass to Porzingis. Anthony down low, guarded by Harris. Shoots a fader, and he gets it to go. 26 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Houdini. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
One shot. They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The drive by Anthony, and that one's good. Anthony's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Houdini, and there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Houdini. Gordon with a screen on Aflalo. Here's Houdini. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, and the other thing also is tonight they've been able to get to the free throw line consistently and also convert big points from the charity stripe.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark.
Oh, the rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
The feed to Anthony. That's tipped. Gordon, the pass to Houdini. Out to Harris. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that one's good, Anthony.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, you can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. So it's Orlando now. Here's Houdini. Lopez over to help. Houdini passes to Vucevic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
The drive by Anthony. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Clearly a mental lapse and at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg. You make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Back to Aflalo. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. Picked by Vucevic. Lopez over to help. The drive by Vucevic. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Outside, Green. Porzingis passes to Green. Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Vucevic is screen on Aflalo. Goes up off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Young's checked in for New York.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Houdini. He feeds it to Payne. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. 10 points for Vucevic.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Anthony dishes to Green. There's the pass to Porzingis. Poked away. Here's Houdini, defended by Young. Out to Harris. Payne gets a wide open look. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Green, the pass to Young. Green kicks to Anthony. They kick it out to Green. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic trail by 15. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Houdini. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. So he gets them both.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Here's Young. Vucevic trying to get open. And the Knicks miss again. Oladipo dishes to Gordon. Pass to Houdini. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Porzingis. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Knicks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Knicks.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Anthony. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. 27 seconds left in the game. No good from Houdini. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And Bayless kicks to Anderson. He dishes it to Young. It's Henderson on the wing. Lopez sets a screen for Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bayless. Johnson with the block. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Carmel.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back. Carmelo Anthony, just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his... And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure